I don't believe in no gods or no form of religion. My way of living is based on pure reality. My way of living is based on pure reality.
Wake your ass up.
Fuck that church shit, nigga. That shit wasn't never given to us. That shit was given to us when we was on the motherfucking ships, nigga. And now we still using the same shit that the motherfuckers enslaved us with, nigga. Fuck that church shit, nigga. Fuck that shit. Well, who the fuck is we praying to, nigga? A lot of us don't even know who the fuck we praying to. Fuck that shit. Fuck that church shit. I said it. That ain't our shit. That's they shit, nigga. We ain't had no motherfucking Jesus Christ, nigga. We had us. One people, one Lord, one God, nigga. No motherfucking Jesus. Fuck that shit. And then what?
Same shit.
And then what?
Same bullshit.
Same shit.
You are God, you are gracious. Touch us, Lord, and give us justice, that this will not happen, that we will not have to bury another black man because of some violent cop. Let black lives be as important as blue.
Wake your ass up. You heard the sister. she was hot. And I can understand that to a degree. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm assuming this was some sort of visual. Maybe somebody passed. And I'm assuming that it's probably maybe a police shooting or something like that. More likely a police shooting. And I think that she probably could have been a little bit more tactful, but she was probably in an emotional state for herself. She probably, was just dealing with her feelings about the situation at the time. And it's important that religious people realize, man, you can't, it's just not enough. All that prayer and all that, God will fix it, Jesus is coming type of mentality. It's just, everybody ain't down with that. And ultimately, if we're going to work together to get things solved, we're going to have to do something. You know what I'm saying? I think we know and understand that even religion, but the most avid religious person know and understand that God is not going to come fix any of these issues. You know what I'm saying? Because if that was the case, you praying for it now, I'm damn sure that somebody's been praying for it years from now. You know what I'm saying? In the 50s, niggas was praying for it. In the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s, all the way up to the 90s, now in the 2000s, even before that, all the way through the 1800s and shit. When we were brought over here on the slave ships, I bet you motherfuckers was praying on them boats. You know what I'm saying? Weren't praying to no Jesus. Like the sister said, that wasn't our religion. That's another thing, you know what I'm saying, that I think most religious people, especially Christians, need to, grasp with some type of, you got to deal with that. You got to rationalize that for yourself, but you got to rationalize that with, with your love for your God, that, that wasn't your God. That wasn't your ancestors' God. Now, that's cool because things change, right? Things change. But you were given this information by your enemy. You feel me? At the time when he was your enemy, when he was persecuting you, when he treated you like an animal, when he didn't even think you was human beings. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even want you to read the motherfucking book. But he's going to give you the true answers. That's what you believe in. You know what I'm saying? And that's just, come on, man. Now, the sister did have one thing wrong. She said it was just us, one people and one religion and one God. That wasn't true. Ultimately, we had a multitude of religions. And we had a multitude of gods. You know what I'm saying? And you can call them religions, but they weren't religious in the quintessential way. These were what I would call either ways of lives, faiths, or a spiritual connection, you know what I'm saying, to the world, to the universe. And we just named things. We gave things positions in our existence, you know what I'm saying? The sun has a position in it's the primary position in because we know that is our primary source of energy and food and, light and heat and all that stuff. So that's like paramount to our existence and our survival on this planet. So that becomes a high position in our existence. And so, when we were in Africa, the sun held, a high regard in our way of life. You know what I'm saying? So to some people, that was God. That was, the essence of God. You know what I'm saying? But they never looked at it in the way that we currently look at it today. In modern times, you know, God is this being, an individual, a life form outside of ourselves that has conscious thought, individual thought outside of us. You know what I'm saying? They don't think, it's not thinking with us, for us. It's an individual being that has goals, perspectives, ideologies, you know, thoughts, you know, a personality, you know what I'm saying, emotions. You know, God get angry, you know what I'm saying, in the Bible and all that, you know what I'm saying. Come on, you know. So just rationalize it. Let's think logical, you know what I'm saying. So you're talking about a being with all unlimited power. He knows all. He sees all. He creates all. Nothing is made or done without his involvement, say so, input, you know, all that. Because everything in the world and in the universe is him. He's a part of it because it's him. He created it. Right? That's the understanding that is taught throughout all these Abrahamic religions, you know what I'm saying, the three primary religions. Now, think about that. You have an all-knowing, all-loving God, all-powerful. And all through the Bible, they have told you of him making his presence known, coming down on the planet, whether it be in some metaphysical form, burning bush, angels, you know, whatever, visions, thoughts in your head, voices, you know, all that shit, you know. But he intervened. When shit went wrong, he came down to correct shit. You feel what I'm saying? He was a vengeful God. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't have no problems making his presence known to the people. Because in the Bible, they manifested that is important to him, that you know that he is there. So that you praise him in the right way. That you respect his existence. You know what I'm saying? Where is he? Where is he now? Why is it that we can only hear about his involvement in our existence in a lifetime that none of us existed within? We can't confirm any of these stories as valid or true. None of them has been validated. So any Bible person, any Christian, if you go, I know my homeboy comes over here a lot, and I ain't gonna say he's a religious dude. I don't know if he's classified himself Christian or whatever like that, but he's somewhat religious. And every time we have this debate about religion, he always try to pull up, they found Noah's Ark in the Siad Mountains or some shit like that. I saw that TV show. They didn't find no motherfucking Noah's Ark. You know what I'm saying? They found some wood up in the mountains, and somebody assumed that it was parts of Noah's Ark because they thought that Noah's Ark wound up on top of this mountain after all the flooding and all that shit. And no. That's not proof enough. Some people might tout the fact that they found what is it called? The shroud, or it's like a sheet or a thin layer of cloth that was laid on Jesus after he passed and before he was resurrected, and it was imprinted. His face and his whole body was imprinted onto the cloth. And most people believe that this happened when he resurrected himself and came out of his body, the physical body that was still buried, and then in doing so, that light, that energy left that impression on that sheet, or that shroud. They call it something shroud. I think I'm mispronouncing it or some shit like that. But you know, people talk about that. They'll talk about the Holy Grail. You know, and you know, come on, man, come on. Nothing. You can't confirm none of that shit, right? So, who is this being that would look upon the world that we exist within today, which I can probably profess, you know what I'm saying, it's 10 times worse, you know what I'm saying? If his problem was sinning and not and blasphemy and not, you know, showing correct respect and homage to God and to the correct religion, whatever that may be, if he came down and persecuted people and struck them down and burnt Sodom and Gomorrah and flooded the earth for 40 days and 40 nights and all this shit, if he gonna do that for the minimal, minor infractions of these people during that time frame, this is a time when people were just coming into the knowledge and didn't even know. You know, they wasn't as sophisticated as we were, or intelligent as we are. We know the sinning and the bullshit that we doing is wrong, and we doing it 10 times more. Where is he? Why isn't his presence known? Why isn't there's no flooding? You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, a lot of Christians will say, well, you know, somebody who's homophobic will say AIDS is something that God put upon us and shit. But ignore the fact that this is a man-made disease. Proven. Check it out. Man-made. You could do that. You could do the analysis that easy. There was no AIDS. You know, people were having unprotected sex for centuries. Okay? No AIDS. All of a sudden, some dude supposedly, I don't know. It depends on what theory. Some people said some African dude had sex with a monkey and caught AIDS. Some people said there was a monkey that bit a dude. But ultimately, there's some connection to a monkey. No. The only connection to the monkey is they probably took some blood from a monkey to create the bullshit vaccines that they gave Africans to start this disease and put it onto the planet. That's proven. You know what I'm saying? That is a man-made disease. Yeah, that's proven. Now, who made it and all that other shit, I don't know. Now, that's my point. If there is a being, a God that exists, that is all powerful, all knowing, he is not all loving. It is not the God that you profess him to be. He could not be. He could not be. He would have to be a vindictive, evil. What's the word I'm looking for? Like I want to say sinister, but I'm thinking something different, because just think about the fact that this God would have to see all the trials and tribulations that we deal with, see how lost and misinformed we are, see all this shit. Just like it baffles my mind that a God would punish Adam and Eve, brand new people, first two motherfuckers on the planet, don't know shit. Nothing. Could you imagine? Because they never said that Adam and Eve were children and developed, right? They was just there. They were grown-ups. They were adults in the Garden of Eden. Somebody, you just wake up in a garden full of fruit and stuff all over the trees and shit to eat, and you're hungry. And things are talking to you. The sky is talking to you, and God tells you things. And then all of a sudden, some snake is talking to you. You don't know shit. You are infant, right? In the mind, intellectually, you are infant. You don't know shit. Of course I'm going to eat of the apple. And the all-knowing God would have known that. You know what I'm saying? He would have known that. And he made me weak, vulnerable, unintelligent, unable to decipher between what's good, what's bad. Who to listen to. He's supposed to program me with all this information. He made me. And you punish me? Come on, man. Come on. Think logically. So logically, I think there is no omnipotent being or God outside of ourselves. I know that. But if you're going to accept that, then you have to accept the fact that it's an evil God. It's not a loving God. Because only an evil person can look at the shit that we go through, know all the fucked up shit that we're going to do, know that you made us this week, and then punish me for your mistake. That's your mistake. You feel me? That's just like you are a violent, evil person yourself, right? And you just do all types of negative shit. And you have a baby. Right? And all during this baby's development, all you show this baby is all the negativity that you exist within, that you do. That's all they see. And then the baby grows up, goes out, and does something kind of like you do, something violent, something destructive, something, you know, evil, and then you shocked and surprised. You a fool. How would you be shocked and surprised that the baby becomes what you taught it to be? Because you are what you eat from your head to your feet, no matter how you take that shit in.
Yeah.
So that is a perfect point that the sister made. You gotta leave it alone. Now, am I telling you to forget your God and give up your religion? Kinda. Meaning, I think you should. I really think you should. I think you should reevaluate your religion. I think you need to really challenge your religion. You can find that middle ground. You don't have to go as far as I do, where I know and understand there is no omnipotent being or God outside of myself. I am God, but I have a different perspective with God. God is not no all-powerful, magical motherfucker or nothing like that. But there's a middle ground for people in a religious perspective. I mean, get spiritual. I hear a lot of people using that term now because they're saying they're taking away the illusionary perspective that there's an omnipotent being outside of themselves. But what they do is explain it as it's a force, a life force, an energy, or something that is higher than me. I feel that. That's what I hear people say now. And that is true. That is true. Even I know and understand that to be true. But it's an energy. It's not a being. It's not a person or a thing that has conscious thought that makes decisions and wants praise and all that. No, that's not what it is. No. But if you choose to believe that, then like I said, you have to believe that it's an evil being. It's just look at its actions and the things that it do. It has to be. And if you deal with that, then you would probably not want to accept that. So then if you don't want to accept that, then you have to find that compromise, which I told you is the middle ground. Yeah. But I'm going to leave you with the words, the immortal words of our brother, X.
So as you can see, brothers and sisters, today, this afternoon, it's not our intention to discuss religion. We're going to forget religion. If we bring up religion, we'll be in an argument. And the best way to keep away from arguments and differences, as I said earlier, put your religion at home, in the closet. Keep it between you and your God. Because if it hasn't done anything more for you than it has, you need to forget it anyway.
Original man is first. I wanna say peace to the gods and the earth. My universal fam, living out the universal plan. And yo, tell them who I am. G.O.D. Original man is first. I wanna say peace to the gods and the earth. My universal fam, living out the universal plan. And yo, tell them who I am.